Walsh. All right, everybody. This is just a very quick podcast today. We're over Valentine's Day. We're over the worst of it. There was obviously a lot of lonely people over Valentine's, or even on the lead up to Valentine's, which obviously it fucking sucks, you know? But hey, there's always a pro and con to things, and the pro here, it's all over, baby. It's all fucking over. Elvis has left the building. The fat lady has sung. Mic drop. Out the door. Goodbye. And I've got some news for you here, guys. Now, I've done a few short podcasts on this before, but I'm going to do it again. And we've got quite a few new members to the dating groups that I've created. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to show you on screen, okay? So bear with me, guys. If you're listening on audio file, I'll explain away. There's no problem. But if you're watching on YouTube, you'll obviously be able to see what I'm seeing here, okay? So before we get into it, guys, there's 3 dating groups to start with that have been really building over the last few months. Over the last year, actually. And we've had a few wedding yeses already. In other words, people have proposed, and that's right, the lady said yes. Yay! The lady really does love Cadbury milk tray, or is it the man? I am fucking that up. Okay, anyway. Okay, so my point is, back to it. If you're having problems out there, guys, we all know Tinder or Bumble, they suck, right? The good news for these dating groups is that there's no algorithm working against you. And in other words, if you post in the group, you go straight to the top of the page. And that's it. I mean, there's no rocket science here. There's no secret. There's no guessworking here. It's very simple. And there's quite a few chats in there as well. I think you'll have a good time in there, hopefully, whether it's just for a hookup for a night or two, or if it's actually to find somebody long term. But either way, there is as I say, good time. I don't mean that as in like ooh hoo hoo, like sleazy. I mean, you could have a good fun time. People have actually become friends out of the groups too, which is great. So I'll call it out here now. Now, obviously, look, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see. Now, there's 3 groups to choose from, guys. I've added more as well in terms of for Ireland, as in Cork City, Dublin, Galway, Belfast, and Limerick, okay? Now, the main groups are old school dating age 35 to 45, old school dating age 45 to 55, and old school dating age 55 plus. Now, before you think, where the fuck are the other ones gone? Now, the other ones, guys, have unfortunately been hacked. Now, that was my problem. I got the 3 back, which was fantastic. Delighted about that. But yeah, the other ones got hacked, and I'm still working on them at the moment. So bear with me. If you're not in that age group, I am doing my very best. And believe me, I've added about quadruple extra layers of security on now if I do get them back. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So guys, just 1 or 2 things quickly about the groups. Number 1, you need a profile photo. If you do not have a profile photo of yourself, you ain't coming in. No photos of quotes, weather, cars, bullshit like this. You don't have a profile photo yourself, well, I'm not even going to politely say it. Just piss off. Very simple. Number 2, they are private groups. Okay? Don't be wasting our time if you don't have a profile photo. And especially with the private group, anybody can go into a public group. Alright? And yeah, we did start off that last year, and I was wondering, should we put it to private? And I was wrong at the time. So that's why we did change it to a private group. And I'm delighted I did correct my mistake, should I say. So they're all private. In other words, family, friends will not see them. Now, by the way, I might have mentioned this. This is all on Facebook, guys. So you need a Facebook account, and they're groups. What else is there? Any bullying, harassing, you're out, you're done. Any one of the members in there can send me screenshots. And by the way, guys, you need screenshots. Okay? I'm not just going to take your word for it, right? Unless somebody tags me or something, which is fine. tag me in something, and then I'll be able to go straight to it. And then if I see some harassment or abuse, well then you don't need to send me screenshots, okay? But the point is this, if I don't see it, if you don't tag me, if you want to report it, there's no problem. There will be no problem for you. You're not restricted to different groups. In other words, if you are in the old school dating age 55 plus, well then that's okay. It doesn't matter. You can still go into the other age groups and be with people in there. There's no limit. This is for people who want to find people in a certain age group. You're not limited to country, and this is the last part I'll say, you're not limited to country. So you can be in any country in the world, and you can be in this. Now, we've started really with just Ireland, because we want to build from there, but if there is other people in different countries, we'll allow you in, of course. Now, the thing is, you'd be wondering, well, hang on a second, where the fuck am I going to find somebody from my own town? Well, then that's really, really easy. Number one, it's a free group to go into. Number two, if you do go into the groups, go to the search bar in the group and type in hashtag and then where you live. Example, hashtag London. So I could put up a video profile or a photo profile and I'm saying, hi, my name is Peter, etc, 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 hashtag Cork City. Now, anyone that comes along in the group, they can do a search for that hashtag. In other words, right, let's say Mary comes along. She wants to find anyone in Cork City. Well, guess what? She does a search, Peter pops up because I put in hashtag Cork City. So it's a way of connecting with other people, etc, etc. Or, even better, start your own chat group in the groups. Okay? There's chat rooms in the chat groups, or in the dating groups. I'm getting confused here. So make sure that happens, guys. And really, that's about it. I mean, there's not much to it. And they're good groups. You'll have fun. Worst case scenario, it didn't cost you a penny. And the last thing, and I'll leave with this, there's so many people in these groups, guys, that don't even bother putting up a fucking photo or a fucking video intro of themselves. What the fuck are you expecting when you go into a dating group? And yet, you'll see people who are on Tinder or Bumble and they'll have photos of themselves up. But yet you'll go into this group and you won't. Now, unless you're hiding something and you've got a husband or boyfriend, something at home, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, unless you've got somebody at home and they're not on Facebook, but they're not on Tinder or etc, and you know that they won't see you, well then, okay. But guys, you can get so many more responses if you post a video intro of yourself on those groups. People get much more of an idea of who you are. So just do yourself a favor. Post a video intro. And if you're a guy listening to this, women love the balls, man. It's going that extra step. They love the balls that, hey, he's putting himself out there. Nice. And you end up more attractive. So anyway, guys, I hope that helps. The very best of luck in the dating groups. And if you are in a relationship already, well, I'm delighted for you. But if you do know any singletons out there, well, pass the word along. You know, be nice to your buddy. Just tell them about it. Maybe they'll meet somebody. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't. But you could find some good friends out of this here as well, believe it or not. There's people who actually have created their own little circle of friends here, it's lovely. So it's multifunctional. Anyway, guys, best of luck on there. And of course, I'll be back with the podcast every day, Monday to Friday. So thanks for listening, guys. Bye-bye. Peter. Wow.